Hi everyone, it's Rachel, the UX Critic, here to review another website. I'm going to keep this shorter than the other one because the person who asked me to review this just had one question for me, so I'm going to get to that in a second. This is clemson4wheel.com. I'll put a link in my description. And basically the question that this person asked me was, should I use a 2-column layout or a 3-column layout for my product description? I apologize if you can't really see this very well. This was the only image that I have of what this 3-column layout looks like. So I set about comparing it, and here's my answer. I think that the 2-column layout wins, mostly because I think the 3-column layout as presented here could use a little bit of work. But if you tweaked a couple of things, I think that the 3-column layout would work equally as well. So why do I like this 2-column layout? Well, for one, of course, this image is really large. I think if you're going to have a product, having an image that's really large, that has a lot of intricate details, like some of this rope and some of this accessories, I think having the larger the better. It really shows the customer what this product is exactly. I also like that over here you have this free accessory kit, and over here it's an image. It's really nice. Click here for details. But on this version, I think it's just this little PDF document right here with no image. There's not really any dressings with it. It's just this link right here. So that's the difference of why I like this version better. Add to cart is really large. It's right there. You can see it. You can see the price. And then you scroll down and you see all of these other items over here, which I'll get to that in a second. But here's what I think you should do for this 3-column layout if you wanted to improve it. Why do I think you should go to a 3-column layout, or at least consider it? Well, I think it's the Amazon factor, right? Most people are used to shopping on Amazon, and Amazon has a 3-column layout, but they put the add to cart way more to the top than you do right here. I mean, look at this. This is kind of an afterthought. Add to cart way down after everything else. So I'm not really sure that you gave the 3-column layout a good enough chance, because this is all the way down here. Plus, again, with this PDF image down here, it's just not as good as the other version. I was also wondering where this information is on the other one, right? So there's this 3-column layout, and this is actually very good information. I don't know if you can see it, but it includes things like, talking about your 30-day return policy. We repair. That's really important. It's good for me to know as a consumer that you repair your products, you service your products. You get the free accessory kit that's mentioned over here. Same-day shipping, that's important to know. So I couldn't find where some of that information was over here, and if that is in fact important information, then you probably want to put it back in here more at the top, somewhere where the person can see it. Probably what you want to do is a temperature test, an A/B test to see where are people clicking, do people even look at this, and then you can probably make a decision there. So to answer this question, it just really depends on what your users are doing. But I think you could make the 3-column layout work if some things were rearranged here. So that's my answer. But right now, as it stands, I do like this 2-column layout better than the other one. So let's scroll down and take a look at the rest of your site. Okay, so this is more of the product description, talking about all the different features of it. One suggestion that I have for this section is to bold certain words to help them stand out. If someone's skimming, making certain sections bold is going to help them really drill down as to what is the most important thing that I need to take away from this. Maybe it's you want to bold 10,000 pounds. Maybe you want to bold 100 feet. Just that quick fact information that you can get out of reading this. I think bolding is really going to help you here. I really like this image. I really like that it's see-through. You can see the mechanics behind it, and there's different facts about it. The only suggestion here is, unfortunately, people that have a screen reader will not be able to really read any of this. So if there's any way to bring out this text so that the text is live, I would definitely consider doing that, because if I had any trouble reading, I don't think I would be able to read this. So if you've got any users who have that limitation, that's definitely something to keep in mind. So let's keep scrolling. I didn't watch this video, but I'm glad that you do have a product video. I think product videos help me make decisions, and I'm sure a lot of users agree. The only thing I would say here is this might just be a little too large on the page. I think that this makes more sense when it's on mobile, when it's a small screen and you can just click it. But I think some real estate is being too much, might be wasted here. All you have to do is just click on this play button, and then you can click view full screen, and then you can see the whole thing on your full screen. So I'm not sure that I would have this take up the whole space. So again, more product description. I really like that you're going into detail. People can make a decision. The only thing I would say here is, again, maybe bold certain areas, but also I think that the image placement looks a little strange on here. I think that there's too much white space between here and here, and probably the same over here. So maybe tweak it. Maybe these should be 2 columns, just as an example. Maybe this logo could be photoshopped into this image so that you kind of save on having 2 images, so it's just 1 image. Maybe something like that. This is also kind of just weird. You know, maybe I would put this right here so that these are side by side. Or again, maybe a 2-column layout here would work, but it just feels a little bit off. I think I'm being kind of nitpicky here. Overall, I definitely can get the takeaway here. I can read the information, and that's probably the most important thing. I really like your footer, and I also really like your page colors, by the way, the site colors, the orange and the black. I think that's definitely a good idea for the type of product you're selling. I like that you are accredited. That's definitely a positive when I'm shopping. I like that you tell us who you are. That's important. And also over here too, about us basically. And I really love this map over here. That's a really good idea. If I could make one suggestion though, I would put your address over here, because I actually, I don't live near you at all. I live in a completely different part of the country, and I had no idea where this is. I mean, you can't really tell from the map where this is, so it wasn't until I read this over here, oh, South Carolina, and I also read this down here, that I figured out where you actually are. So maybe put your address over here as well. I was also wondering a little bit about this newsletter area that you have. I would be interested to know, what is your conversion rate on this? I just think it's really far down. Oh, I mean, it takes a while to actually see this. You have to scroll through the whole page, and it's at the very bottom of your footer. And not only that, but it's at the very bottom right of your footer. So I don't know why I would enter my email address. There's not really an incentive like, oh, enter your email address and get a 10% off coupon or something like that. So I would be interested to know how many people are actually doing that, and if you have any success for this. So I would consider moving this somewhere else, maybe at the top of the page, and maybe give some sort of incentive for signing up. So I also have your site in the mobile layout right here. So let's take a quick look at that. I like that you shrunk down your logo. It's not that banner anymore. It's just this over here. It's really clean. I've never really seen this type of layout before, but I like it a lot. I think we can all figure out from these icons what each of these are referring to. This is the menu, the search, your user account, and the shopping cart. So I really like that. I like this image right here. I like the thumbnails and all of the information. One thing I would say here is probably you want to move this add to cart higher when you're shopping on the mobile. I mean, it's below the fold so much that I'm not sure if you're getting any conversions as you could be here. So that's one thing I would do. I like this free accessory kit. Here's the descriptions. Maybe a little bit long on mobile, but if this is important information that people need to read, I think that's important that you have it here. Maybe you would want to put it in an accordion or something so that if people want to read it, they can. but maybe that's important. So I would just look at your A/B testing and figure out if it's better to have all of this on the page in mobile or if it's better to put this in an accordion. So I like these product images, and I like down here that you can click on all of this. You don't show all of this right away, but if people want to view more, they can. So I think overall I really like this version in mobile. So really good job with that. So that's my review, Clemson4wheel.com. I'll put a link in the description. If you want me to review your site, please send a tweet to me at UX_critic on Twitter. And that's all for now. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.